Hello, this is Linda from tortagialla.com, and I thought I would take a minute to flip through my Inktober journal for this year. I'm basing A6 Hobonichi notebook inside of this cover, and I used just this brush pen for the whole challenge. And actually followed more than one challenge, not the official Inktober prompts, but rather I decided to go for Incredible October, Incredible Inktober, which had 10 prompts so that you could just split them amongst the month. And also Inktivity 2020, which had 31 prompts. Inktober with They Draw and Garden, which also had the 31 prompts, and finally Peachtober, which has the 31 prompts. So basically, there is a prompt for each day, and you would just create a piece of art. And I know that these are a lot of challenges, but I basically was going with a very simple ink pen drawing for each one of these prompts. So it was maybe a couple doodles a day, and that was totally doable for me and just good practice. So let me do a quick flip through, and I still actually have a few pages left in this notebook because it is the blank, like gridded notebook from Hobonichi, which has Tomoe River paper. It's very, very thin, so very compact. So oddly enough, in this journal, I actually started from the back. And it was because it was easier for me to take photos this way, just to post them on Instagram. And also because I had started on this very back page, like just doing a little doodle and testing out this pen. So I decided to use this pen for the whole month just because it was sort of like a test. And I did do some other doodles with other pens, but you know, it doesn't really count. So this was actually a little doodle that I created. And if you're on my Patreon, you'll notice colored it and created it made it into a pattern paper for my patrons. So that's what this is from. But I had doodled a bunch of these things that are sort of unrelated to the prompts because I think the very first prompt that I created, maybe it was it home or no, Dahlia. So I think it was this one. So for Inktober, the very first prompt, this was the sort of simple pen and ink drawing that I created. So let me just do a flip through. And sorry if I don't remember all the prompts. Sometimes I interpreted them obviously very like openly, which I think is the point. You know, it doesn't really matter if you're literally illustrating the actual prompt that is given. It's really just about practice. So I'm just going to do a quick flip. This is the bloom, little houses, and I definitely started doing like a lot of variations, which I like to do because it's sort of like practicing in a sense, since you can just do a bunch of variations. And of course, these are also posted on my Instagram if you want to check that out. I'm tortagialla on Instagram. And this is a little landscape in a little bottle. The moon, like dance to the moonlight, which this is supposed to be a raccoon. But I didn't like shade in the darkness of the eyes. So a lot of people were like, is that a fox? You know, so obviously black and white, there's, it's a different sort of way to work in. And this is a little, like little birdhouse, a little character, a fern sort of drawing, and I actually looked this up. Usually when I am sketching something, I'm just gonna look it up in like Pinterest or Google Images or some kind of, you know, informational site, even from like royalty-free stock sites, so that you can use them as reference and sort of like draw up what you want. This is scenery of Florence, of the Ponte Vecchio, a little doodle of a mom with a baby, more little flowers, And sorry for the glare of this, it's not turning out very. I'm gonna get a hang of this camera thing. Fish. This is a little turtle island. A cardinal. This is the sword. Asuna's sword from Sword Art Online, if you watch anime. This is like the world inside a little potion bottle with like all these scary symbols because of, you know, the state of the world these days. A poetry book, which I actually bought this book, which is, it's like a poem for every night of the year. It's very cool to read on a daily basis. A little heart here inside this tree stump. Roses, and again, just looking at reference, like drawing the bud or the rose or like half opened, that type of thing. Jack-o'-lantern faces, and I stuck these little clear plastic pieces in. It's just like recycled plastic, and put a bunch of stickers in. This is from, I learned about it from Daxina, like a planner person, like on YouTube and on Instagram. But basically, I think collabing with another YouTuber named Ellie, I believe. I'll try to link everything down below. But basically, they have little challenges, sometimes monthly, of like using up your stickers. So I usually do that on a clear plastic and like stick them into my notebooks, because it's just a nice way to like stickers, but you still keep them in your journals obviously forever, and they look nice. So more blooms. This is a very freaky spider. I do not like insects, so don't really like drawing them, but that was the prompt. A girl behind a coffee cup. These are lotus pods. A little boy with turtle, because my little boy is crazy about turtles. He loves them. Congrats for making it through the day, like one of those sort of award things for like making it through everyday life experiences. See the rainbow in life, just a little rainbow doodle. Baking pie, so like a pie from multiple views. Garden tools, so these are like a bunch of tiny little doodles. And I don't know why on this day I drew on this side and then I drew on this side, because I'm usually only using one side. So I don't know, just ended up that way. So this side is pets. And this is actually from my daughter. She gave it to me, so I stuck it in my journal. Sunny side up. And toad with a gnome. What's this? Oh, roaming fire, because of all the fires in California. That's my home state, so. Owl. And then a foamy latte. Bunch of leaves. What's this? Funky hedgehogs. And narwhal. Woodpeckery kind of guy. Then another girl character, like thinking lots of thoughts. This is one of my favorites. It's the amabie, I think you pronounce it, but like the Japanese sort of mythical creature, and it's supposed to sort of predict like a certain thing when it comes out of the sea. But this year it has become sort of like a charm, and they sell like cartoon versions and things in Japan, to sort of like as a charm to protect you from the plague and all that kind of stuff. So I just think it's such a cool idea, and I really like this doodle. A little lightning cloud. A bird in a bath instead of a bird bath. So that's how you can sort of interpret prompts sort of the way you like it. More leaves here. A little spooky house. Girl sort of doing a yoga pose. I don't remember even what this is, but some kind of like berry, like botanical drawing. Boba, I really miss drinking bubble tea. A striped ghoulie, which you can see finally I started using like this brush pen a little bit differently and using actually brush strokes instead of just using it like a regular pen, but it just sort of went with it. A caterpillar, another plant, a lily pad, a little hanging ghost guy, trying to draw a lady, and obviously I do not know how to draw hands. It's something that I need to work on. A little candle, wheelbarrow of sunshine, a girl in like winter wrapped up with lots of patterns. I definitely like lots of patterns. I think it's just relaxing because you're filling in all the spaces like Baroque style. This is drawing a little cute Bambi deer guy, spider webs. Oh, this is like a cool grandma. That was what I was thinking in my head. A bird feeder, a Christmas sweater, cream like a piece of pie. This is a Chinese lantern plant. This is jumping frog guy. Sort of silly and obviously not precise, but I just like his expression. Shivering leaves. This was supposed to be sort of like it's more like a sketch, right? For how you could design this, and it would be like, it made me think of like a Scouts or a Club Scout kind of patch, which is sort of cool. My Kindle that I should be reading. I actually have like one of the first generation, like super old Kindles, and I put it inside this little piece of leather that I cut out in this shape with a little holder, so it like folds up over itself, and so that was what I was drawing. A sunflower-ish kind of thing. It doesn't really look like sunflower after a while, just some other kind of flower. Obviously, when you do things in black and white, like there isn't the color to help you sort of give that cue of what it is, but lurking in the shadows, more jack-o'-lantern pumpkin carvings, a watering can with a sassy face, another cloud but raining little hearts, haunting, so spooky guy. This the prompt was glow, and I drew this glowworm because I always remember that from my childhood, of really wanting one of these glowworm toys, even though I never had one, but somehow that is a memory, something that I remember. Little plant in a cup, this giant gourd thingy that was actually from my brother-in-law who planted it, and we actually got it and like chopped it open and ate it. It was like a really yummy pumpkin, but not in the traditional shape, I guess. Bee and Carton playing games. I think this might be the only time I actually combined multiple prompts into one. Normally, I would go through and actually do each single prompt for the day as a separate drawing, but this might have been the only day that I combined them because I was really busy. But out of the whole month, I really didn't do that very much. This might be the only one, I think. Heartburn. A happy sunshine. I think this was like stargazing. And one of these winter hats. I really like those winter hats with the little ear flaps. A ballerina bear, a little moth, even though I don't really like insects, so I'm not really into drawing those. Really love trees, and I like this sort of weird cartoony, like almost geometric style, but still with like an organic feel. So I really like trees in this way. Definitely would like to design some of this. Pine cones, or acorns and pine cones, but my pine cone sort of looks like an artichoke, I think. Books via osmosis, so this was like a girl with books on her head. And this was for the prompt Victorian Halloween. When I looked it up on Google, I was like, whoa, these are like freaky old vintagey images. But I ended up just using this one as a reference, and I wanted to write this poem, but when I was writing it, I skipped a line accidentally, so it's totally inversed, like this whole thing, so whatever. But if you are wondering, if you look up Victorian Halloween on Google, you'll be able to find out those like sort of vintagey looking postcards and semi-freaky, like sort of spooky to me. This is Bloom, another flower bloom with hope in the middle. This was me being, I don't know, philosophical, I guess. It's supposed to be like a bird or a nest maybe. So I put a bird in a nest, but then being fed lies. So I don't know, for those of you who are, I mean, I guess all over the world, we're all possibly very anxious at this time, but especially in the United States, there's the election going on. Actually, today is election day, right? I actually live abroad in Italy, but my family is all in the US and I'm still a US citizen, so I already voted. So just a lot of thoughts going on in my mind when I was drawing this. Apple tree, pick me, pick me. So again, I like these like geometric-y looking-ish trees, but obviously with curves, like the organic element is there as well. I sort of like that combination. Oh, so sad. One of our baby tortoise hatchlings did not make it. So I was drawing like the, what it would look like fossilized. So yeah, sad, but you know, that's what prompted this. The prompt was fossil, and so I chose like a tortoise fossil to draw. Different views of a flower. Toasting cheers. Balloon with little face, and I really like these, the kawaii, like cute mouth that's sort of like kiss or chew, I think in Japanese, but obviously need help learning how to draw that a little better because it sort of looks like a butt. It's funny. Hello Autumn, like a little wreath decoration. And this is a fox, although it turned out a little funky. This is the thing with like not practicing or sketching and going straight in with pen. Like I'm, you know, obviously not very good at anatomy and things like that. So it's always going to be wonky. And you sort of have to keep sketching and working on it before you end up with a final product. A bat, little cute girl dressing up. And this was the last one, Moon. The final sort of little doodle. Hello, and you see like a million lines there as I was sketching around. So I still have like a couple pages before I reach this little decorative thing again, and the prompt pages. And by the way, I know all the other sides of this, this side of the notebook is blank, so I'm definitely going to use it, but I usually always do like one side first, and then I just go back and use the other side for like more doodles. So that is my Inktober journal flip through. In 1 month, I was able to create like all of these, you know, doodles. And, you know, they're not all super interesting in any way, but definitely more than if I didn't participate in this challenge. So that's why I really enjoy drawing challenges and any kind of challenge in that way, because it really does force you to do like create. And you normally would not have done that because you're sort of busy doing your own thing. And so I would consider these like sketches. If I like something, I might scan it and actually take it into the computer and create a digital version to create, you know, designs or printables or something else. Or I might put it under like a light box and redraw it to sort of get it to the final version that I like before making it into something final. So that's usually my process. I'm not big on using pencil. I don't know why, because obviously you would be able to erase if you used pencil, but I really like pen. I think I like seeing the bold line. And I think I really do like brush pens if I actually like pay attention and try to use like the point that it is a brush pen to make these variations in the lines, but definitely still need more practice on that. So this was my Inktober 2020 journal flip through. Let me know in the comments below if you have like a favorite drawing. This guy's pretty cool. This is grandma, sassy grandma. If you have a favorite one that you like, that maybe you want to see turned into something digital and in full color. And did you participate in Inktober? If you made a video or you shared a flip through, please comment below because I would definitely love to go check it out. I am also on Instagram and you can see all the posts there. Thanks so much for watching. I just wanted to jump on and sort of make this video before too much time passed and you know, and it didn't like apply anymore. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing a little flip through this little Hobonichi sketchbook that I have. And of course, once I finish using this notebook, I'm going to finish using obviously all the other sides of this notebook, the other side of the paper, basically for maybe another sketch or another version of this if I wanted to redraw it. And then, sorry for the noise, and then I would archive this notebook and just put another notebook in this cover so that I could use this cover again. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching.